Hi, my name is Andrew Dimmer, and I'm the Developer Student Club Lead at Oakland University. A couple weeks ago, I filmed an online instructional series for teachers showing them how to move their classes from in-person to online in light of the COVID-19 epidemic. And since then, I've had a number of questions from both teachers and students alike. In particular, I often get asked by students how to do different things on Google Meetings as an attendee. So in this video, I'll go over using Google Meetings for an online class from a student's point of view. Let's get started. The first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to join the meeting. Now, your professor may have already sent you a video link through a service like Moodle, or maybe they sent you an email or used another messaging platform, in which case, all you've got to do to join is click that link. But they may have also shared with you a calendar invite, in which case, all you've got to do to go join the Google meeting is go click on the link in your calendar. To open Google Calendar, we can go to the waffle menu on pretty much any Google service, and then click Calendar. Now, to go join a meeting, all you've got to do is click on the calendar event of the meeting you want to join. In this case, I'm going to use this class as a demo, and click Join Hangouts Meeting. Now, this takes you to basically the staging page, or the landing page, where you can configure your settings before you actually join the meeting. Now, the first thing you've got to do is if it's your first time accessing a meeting, you've got to go give Google Meetings access to your microphone and your camera from your web browser. So that being said, we can just hit allow, and then push notifications doesn't matter too much one way or another, but general rule of thumb, I typically allow those too. Now, note that it's really important to make sure that you allow them, because sometimes if you don't, you're going to have errors joining the meeting. And to go change that, you need to go back into the browser settings. So general rule of thumb, even if you don't want them on for that particular meeting, allow them and we can turn them off. Speaking of turning them off, right here before we join the meeting, we can turn our camera off and on again. And we can go through and we can go mute our microphone or unmute our microphone. Note, as an attendee, I always mute my microphone unless I'm actually talking to the professor. Maybe they've asked a question that I'm answering, or maybe I have a question to ask. Then I turn my microphone back on, but otherwise I always keep it off. The reason for this is that you may be quiet, but other people around you may not be quiet. And there was one class I was at a couple days ago where the student themselves was taking notes, and we could see on their webcam that they were taking notes, and you watch someone walk by the background playing very explicit music on their phone, and the professor was really confused where the music was coming from. You don't want that to be you. Like I said, general rule, if you're attending the meeting and you're not actually talking, just mute your mic. It'll save yourself a lot of trouble later. If your microphone or camera isn't showing up properly, you can go troubleshoot it in the settings by going to those three dots down here and clicking Settings. And then you can go through and switch which device you're using. Maybe you've got more than one and it's using the wrong microphone or the wrong camera. And the same is true for the video. We can also go through and we can go test different settings as well. Once all that's set, we're ready to join the meeting. To do so, all we've got to do is click Join Now. And we're in the meeting. Now, a little note is that you show up in this upper right-hand corner there, so that if you ever want to see what other people can see, that is your icon of what you're presenting. Now, let's say you have a question for the professor, and you don't necessarily want to unmute yourself because you're not in a quiet spot. We can go use the chat feature to go do that. To go open the chat, simply click up here, and then we can go type our question. And hit enter to go send it. To go close the chat, you can click anywhere on the screen. The professor may also use the chat to go send you maybe a link they want you to go to, and that's how you access it the same way. We can also view a list of attendees in the meeting, so that if maybe for some reason you want to go look at another person or the professor's presentation isn't showing up for you, you can go view everyone on the meeting here. Now, let's say you want to go make the professor's presentation locked on your screen, because by default, Google Meetings shows the last person who talked on the screen, but maybe you want the professor's presentation to always be there even if someone else asks a question. We can do that by pinning it. So from this participants list, you can go through, hit the drop down, and you can hit pin to screen. Or if they're already on the sidebar, we can pin there. Or if it's already on the main thing there, we can go pin it. But once you pin it to screen via any of those ways, then no matter what changes on the screen for anyone else, this will always be the video showing on your screen. To unpin it, simply go through and click the unpin button by hovering it over. Now let's say you want to make the professor's presentation even bigger. In fact, we want to put it full screen. To do so, we can head down to this bottom bar here and click full screen to enable the full screen for the meetings. To exit, same bottom bar, and we can click exit full screen. The final thing you may need to do is maybe you're looking to present a PowerPoint, say it's a group presentation day, and you need other people to share your screen. To do so, you can go down here and click present your screen and select, generally speaking, I do the entire screen, and that allows you to present what's on your screen to other attendees if you're sharing in a presentation. Finally, you can hit this little leave call button once the class is over, and you're all set. You successfully have used Google Meeting to go attend your class virtually.